Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Throwing Solomon Scott selections here for Monday, October 31st. Before again today's play of the day, quick recap of what happened yesterday. We had a nice winner in the NFL with the Jets team total under 20.5 at minus 145 on Bet Online. Most books had 19, 18.5 or so as a team total, and whatever number you got, you won because the Jets finished with 17. As a Jets fan, it was painful to watch, but as a bettor, the game went the exact way that I thought it would. I thought Wilson would look awful without Breece Hall available to bail him out. And Wilson looked really, really bad. I believe he threw 3 interceptions. Belichick tortured him for the entire second half. And they had one, I don't want to call it a garbage time drive, but one drive at the end to cut it to one possession with about less than 2 minutes to go. And that brought them to 17. But at the end of the day, the Jets went under because Wilson couldn't stop turning it over and he couldn't stop making mistakes. And that resulted in a nice winner for us. Looking for another winner here on Monday. And for today's play of the day, going back to the NFL, looking at Monday Night Football between the Bengals and the Browns taking place at around 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time. A lot of people love the Bengals here, and I do think this one looks a little bit sketchy. So I'm not going to take the Browns on the money line or the spread because I really don't trust Brissett in the fourth quarter with his decision making. However, I am going to pick the Browns to get off to a decent start at home, and I'm going to take Cleveland first half team total over 9.5 points at minus 125 on DraftKings. Time recording of 2:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Couple reasons why I like the Browns first half team total over 9.5 in the spot. First reason to go through the season long numbers, Cleveland has been pretty good offensively in the first half, and Cincinnati's been a train wreck defensively in the first half. Cleveland is averaging 13 points per game in the first half, which ranks 12th in the league. Meanwhile, Cincinnati is allowing 14.6 points per game in the first half, which is the fourth most in the league. For whatever reason, Zach Taylor really has not gotten his team focused defensively for the first 30 minutes of games, and I'm not expecting that to change on the road in this division game on Monday night. Plus, Cincinnati's defense has really struggled lately against the run. All season long, they've been okay, but recently it's been a disaster. For the season number, Cincinnati's allowing 119 rushing yards per game, which ranks 18th in the league. However, over the past 3 games, Cincinnati has allowed 163.3 rushing yards per game, which is the fifth most in the league. And I bring it up because, of course, now they have to face off against Nick Chubb and this elite ground game for the Cleveland. And Cleveland this season, no shock at all, is fourth in the league in rushing yards, averaging 163.6 rushing yards per game. So I do think that Cincinnati's defense might get torched against Chubb, etc., because I do think that you'll see the Bengals really struggle to hone in on the run like we've seen for the last couple of weeks. Plus, to go through one really impressive historical trend here, Cleveland has won the last 4 games head-to-head. I feel like most people don't know that. However, Cleveland offensively has been really good in the first half against Cincinnati for a long time. The Browns have scored at least 10 first-half points in each of the last 8 meetings. So whatever reason, the Browns seem to always try to punch the Bengals in the mouth, and they're usually successful. I do think Cincinnati will have moments offensively in this game. They might win the game outright pretty comfortably. But I do think defensively, from what I've seen all season long, Zach Taylor doesn't get his team ready to go defensively in the first half. Cleveland does, typically under Stefanski, show up offensively in the first 30 minutes. And for a desperate team that's 2-5, that has lost a couple of heartbreaking games, I do think the Browns should be motivated to get off to a hot start. But 9.5 points are really low in my eyes, considering the fact that it's just a touchdown and a field goal with the extra point, of course. But I think for that reason, this number should be a little bit higher. And I do think as a result, there's some value on the over at this current price. Play that once again here for Monday, October 31st is going to be on the Browns first half team total over 9.5 points at minus 125 on DraftKings. Bye, everyone.